Creatives, Christy Barron in Joyful Art Studio. I'm here in Northern California, and I am so excited to share a fun project with you today using the new launching world map stencil. And I'm just excited because I have more ideas than I have time to do them with this amazing new stencil. So today I thought it would be fun to use a letter that you can get at any of your arts and crafts stores. And this one happens to be a canvas one that I'm gonna be showing you today, but it could be one made from paper mache, or you really could do this technique on anything. You could do it on a canvas, on a cloth, whatever your heart's desire. So, but today I'm gonna be guiding you through it on a letter because it will be really adorable and sitting in a office or a study. Those will be perfect ideas to place this on your shelf or on a desk. And then we're going to be using the one-step paint in black, which looks like this, smells amazing. And then we're also going to be using this ink with our stencil. So I'm gonna be using Will I Declare, the white ink, and the special effects at the end, we're gonna use this bronze mica powder. And that's gonna give us this old world look with a little bit of pizzazz. So I'm super excited. I'm gonna turn my camera down and show you so you have a perfect view to be able to do this project. And while I'm doing that, make sure and tell me where you're from, if you're near me, if you're on the other side of the world. I just love hearing where you're creating at. And then also, I know I have more ideas than I know what to do with this new stencil. So down below, send me some ideas, and if you end up doing this project, share those with me too. So here we go. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna paint this, and this is just a letter from local arts and crafts store. It's a canvas and it has some gesso on it, and this one actually has a little hook, so it'll work perfect. But I'm going to be using the black in the one-step paint here, and I'm just gonna coat it. So we need to coat it just real quickly, and we're gonna be distressing it too, so don't worry too much about perfection. It's a rustic look, so we don't want to be all caught up in the little details that we might normally if we had another type of project. But so I'm going to come along. I'm going to do the sides too. You could do the back if you wish, depending on where you're going to display your piece. I'm not going to, just for the sake of being easy. And I love this one-step paint. It is nice, and it's a really nice consistency. It's like a heavy flow acrylic a bit, and it just covers beautifully. It is true to its name, one-step paint. And we will only need to do one coat here. And actually, like, it smells almost good enough to eat. Which is so weird about paint, because usually paints, either, you know, the ones I use either don't have a smell or they have a smell I don't enjoy. I am going to get in here in my nooks and crannies. Come down here. So where is everybody from? I'm excited to hear your ideas on the map stencil. It's just got so many cool things. This will be great. This project is going to be great for my hubby's office because our last name starts with a B. And this world map really lends itself beautifully to a bit more warm, woodsy kind of decor that men would be drawn to at times. Maker Studio is also giving away the stencils, so tag or share with 3 of your friends for your chance. So I'm gonna hold this right here on the corner and do my sides so I still have a spot to hold on to. There we go. And I'm just gonna kind of, some of it in the thicker spots, I'm gonna spread that out. Maybe touch up a couple white spots I see, smooth it out. And this is a canvas letter, so it does have a bit of texture. Come down here and get this edge, and I'm just pressing my finger there so my letter doesn't slide all around. And then I'm going to give it one last bit here. Just like so. And so while this dries, I'm going to get everything ready for the next step, because I'm going to be stenciling this on here with the map, and then we're going to distress with that mica powder. So, but I want my paint to be nice and dry before I put the stencil on. So I'm gonna clean this paint up, my brush, wait for this to dry, and we will go ahead and stencil. So we have our letter all painted. It is nice and dry. And so now we are going to stencil it. And so I've got my map stencil here. I'm going to peel it away from its paper backing, which I'm going to put to the side because I want to save that. Because you can use these stencils as many times as you wish. And then I'm gonna kind of look and see where I want this position. You can see a little bit of where the spaces are. And then I'm going to rub it to make sure I don't have any air bubbles. Air bubbles would be bad because they would allow for ink to flow into places that you don't want it. So I've got that on there. And now I'm gonna use my ink. It is their white called Well I Declare. I just love all the names of their inks. Put some little dabs. All their paints and chalk art and inks have fun names, and I might need more, but I can always add more, but I can't put excess back into the container. So I'm just going in, I'm gonna go across up here so I can get this nice line here. And let me just tell you, I can still smell that one-step paint. It smells so good in here. It's crazy how not strong in a bad way, just in a really good way. Like, it's really a beautiful scent. It's interesting. I've never played with a paint before that had such a great scent. but not, you know, it's not strong because I'm sensitive, so to smells. It's not an unpleasant smell at all. It's almost edible. It's so good. And you'll notice when all these little continents, they also have a bit of crackle to them within the stencil, which is super fun, and it is fantastic for the look we're going for. And I'm going to need a touch more. It's always best to be frugal than to put too much, because especially with the ink, you can't put your extra back. Okay, beautiful. Make sure I got everything. Oh, I have some bee there that I didn't get. Glad I went up here. See, that's why you need to kind of check everything. Although with this this design, it's so kind of rustic and distressed, so probably wouldn't notice so much. All right, so I'm going to peel it back. Oh, I just love it. Look at that. That is fun. Okay, so I'm gonna wash off my stencil, let my ink dry, and then we are going to get out some mica powder. Okay, here we go. So we have the letter, we painted it with the black one-step paint, still smelling amazing. And then we used the new map stencil to put our map on there with our white ink. Now we're gonna use some of the Maker Studio mica powder to distress it. And this is a pretty simple process. So I'm just gonna take the lid off, and you wanna be careful not to, you know, have a fan going or to blow on it, because it is a very light powder. And so what I'm using here is just a cheapy soft brush, and you can see that it's real powdery, but it has a little bit of a sheen. I'm not sure how well that's showing up for you. And we're gonna use this to distress. So I'm just gonna take this and brush it, especially over my white parts, but it's gonna pick up that texture and distress the white to make it a little more subdued. And just gonna give it a little bit of a sheen over that black and that white. And I'm just kind of rubbing it in. And you can see that I even sometimes take my finger and kind of burnish it a little bit, moving all those pieces around. And even if you get some like I did on the table here, I just pick it up and put it on there. I don't want to waste this. Mica powder is it's such a fun supply to use in mixed media. I even use it in, well, I've mixed it with all kinds of things. Sometimes I mix it with like a little bit of a sealer, and you can paint with it, giving something a nice glaze, or you can, I have mixed it in with resin in projects when I pour resin for, you can obviously see I am not one to mind getting a little bit messy and into my projects. So I'm gonna rub that all around. And if you wanted, you could go ahead and do your black too. It's gonna turn it a nice bronzy brown. You could even be doing this with a cloth, but sometimes I just love to get my hands in there and get messy. Never been known to be a neat artist. My family is grateful that I have a studio, so my projects tend to take over everything. Wipe it in there, and this will just wipe off my hands. And as far as, you could seal this, I would, if you're gonna seal it, use a clear spray. But if you're not gonna be handling it or touching it, there's really no need to seal it. So now we have a distressed letter that's gonna be amazing sitting on your shelf. Wasn't that awesome? Such simple supplies, but such an amazing outcome. So I hope you try it. I hope you send me lots of ideas. Don't forget to tell me where you're from, where you're creating, what you're creating, and what ideas that you have that might be inspired by this map. And make sure and get one, because I'm sure these are gonna fly out of the carts, because this is such a versatile, wonderful stencil. I can see it in bright colors in kids' rooms, in your regular decor, on pillows, on curtains. It's endless. So thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.